So Chicory A Colorful Tale is a new RPG-like adventure game where you have to restore colour to an otherwise black and white world. Chicory is the legendary wielder of the brush, but you are the simple janitor. However, an opportunity has presented itself to grab the brush and imprint your design onto the world around you. Chicory immediately grabbed my attention. It's cute, the characters and the world are well designed and appealing, and the whole game is just pretty relaxing. It's very therapeutic going around and painting the houses, the trees, the clothes and all other kind of things in the game. And much like Animal Crossing came along at the perfect time at the start of the pandemic, it feels like Chicory has done a similar thing, allowing us to release some of that pent-up pandemic frustration through painting, exploration and going on a heartfelt adventure. From a story point of view, you start out in the world full of colour, with a long line of master painters that wield the brush and maintain colour in the world. Unfortunately, all of the colour is drained from the world and Chicory is missing, and you, the main protagonist, is called upon to save the day. You can personalise the hero, which you can call what you like, prompted at the start of the game to fill in your favourite food, which is how my main character ended up being called Bacon. It's more than simply saving the world and restoring colour though. This is a very touching story, nearly unmatched in 2021. The game deals with some heavy-hitting topics without being too direct about it, and it is a very fine balance to strike, but it's masterfully done in this game. Given what the whole world is going through right now, people are down, and this game deals with these kinds of topics. You know, much like Celeste or Spiritfarer, who did a similar great job with the topic of mental health, Chicory walks the tightrope really well. You know, understands the world isn't a very nice place and the people in it too, without being downright depressing. So as you navigate the world, your main character has a frank and direct conversations with various NPCs, but they're never too deep into depression or anxiety or similar topics. You know, it raises awareness and strikes the right tone while bringing the story along at a nice gentle pace, which is important for the game. You know, it's masterfully done, and hats off to the developer for a great job. In terms of the gameplay, it's a top-down Zelda-like, similar to A Link to the Past. So there's boss fights, but other than the big bosses throughout the game, you're painting, you're exploring and helping out the other characters all around the world. You know, there's puzzles to solve too, collectibles to find, missing kids, etc. But throughout the game, you really need to find the power-ups to your brush and also your platforming skills as well. Boss fights, they're really good fun and include some great mechanics where you have to dodge out the way of paint attacks, but each time you encounter a new boss, they change up the attack patterns in new and inventive ways, which is really cool, and it keeps you on your toes. To help you out in the gameplay, there's a decent hint system, so if you get stuck at any time, you can call on a useful hint. It starts off subtle, but will just give you the solution if you need it. You know, I think this is a really nice touch. There's been too much chatter around this topic recently. You know, this is an accessibility option, and not everyone can play to the same ability as you, and it's through no fault of their own. You know, this is a great system that allows everyone to get through the game's puzzles, and I hope more games do something similar in the future. You know, no content should be gated for any reason, and it's awesome to see games becoming more accessible and be there for everyone. Chicory has components of Zelda games. You know, it's top down, you're on an adventure, and there's collectibles and upgrades. However, the core gameplay loop is all about painting, and it's gloriously relaxing. You're welcome to wander around the black and white world and just leave it, or some characters will ask you to colour in their house or design them a t-shirt. You start off with a small array of brush types, but as you progress through the game, you can really start to paint masterpieces. So it's easy to get lost in Chicory and spend hours just simply colouring in the landscapes, the houses and the characters, so be careful with your time and don't forget about the adventure and the main story too. Well, the main story is fairly hard-hitting, although it is hidden at first. Chicory is someone you look up to and ultimately want to be. Chicory, though, doesn't appear to be very happy, and it's hard to understand why from your character's point of view. She's the popular wielder of the brush and has plenty of fans, yet her world seems empty. So Chicory talks down to herself, not even liking herself, and then hits out at people when they try to comfort or help her. It's an interesting point of view playing as an observer to the main hero, as the main hero is in kind of crisis mode. It's not something I've really seen before in games, and it's great to have a deeper, more meaningful perspective, giving Chicory many more layers than you first might expect. Chicory is clearly depressed or going through a tough moment and lashes out at your main character. So this is parallel to real life where friends or family members who are going through a rough patch can lash out to those who are trying to help them. And Chicory tends to punish Bacon without meaning to, and Bacon tries to support the best they can. It's a game that makes you look at some of the relationships you may have in real life, either with friends or family. It's a heartfelt game that is complex if you go deeper, but it's also uplifting and rewarding at the same time. This is much more than any Metroidvania Zelda like I've played before, and the game has true grit and heart, and it hits you with real talk, and I really enjoyed my time with it. It could be in the conversation at the end of the year for one of the best games of 2021. It is that unique. So I would definitely recommend this game 100%. It's available on PS5 and PC, and it's very reasonably priced at the moment, around £15 on Steam, and I would say it's a memorable gaming experience. I've played hundreds of games that have great gameplay, fantastic controls and heart-stopping moments, but Chicory A Colorful Tale offers up something different. So if you don't like all the deep stuff, then the painting is very therapeutic, and you just can't help love the characters in this game. So the developer was Greg Lobanov, A Shell in the Pit, Alexis Dean Jones, Madeline Berger and Lena Rainey, and it was published by Greg Lobanov and Finji. It's available for PC and PS5 and was originally released on the 10th of June 2021. Well, that is it for my review of Chicory A Colorful Tale, and as always, thank you so much for watching. For more indie game content like this, hit that subscribe button down below and subscribe to This Week in Video Games. If you want to join the community, check out the Discord link in the description, or you can follow me on Twitter at TWIVG Podcast. If you enjoyed this video and found it useful, liking and sharing the video would really help me out. Otherwise, check out the other videos on the channel. Thanks again. I'll see you in the next video.
PlayStation